Okay, so I just want to do a quick video follow-up from my last video. Just something was bothering me. The capacitor that I had, kind of in combination with the open transformer, I was like, is this an LC circuit? Is this a resonant circuit? Um, and kind of really what I found out is that capacitor was actually acting more like a plate antenna. So what you see here is actually I got two more of those capacitors. I got two lights, still roughly at the same brightness that was before. And I built a couple more transformers, and you can see them open-ended here. Red wire is actually attaching now to the outside of the capacitor, which is not connected to either plate, so it's really just a hunk of metal. Same exact thing with this light, and still attached at the ground side, on the secondary of the transformer. Now, what I found kind of most interesting is when I seem to connect things, I don't actually pull more load from the supply. So as you can see right now, on this light, same configuration. Um, here I'll connect it again to the capacitor. Again, just kind of big hunk of metal. I've used that copper bar, I've used a few other things, and they all respond pretty much the same way. This wire here is to my earth ground, but I'll connect it to the plate. It lights up, but you can see my supply is still actually drawing a little bit less at this point in time. But I don't know how many watts are here. I can estimate it that it's one or two. Um, but you would expect that I would actually, when I add a load on, that I would increase um, my load from my supply, when in fact these lights are also pretty much unaffected when I do that. So again, just wanted to share that. It's kind of almost a correction from my previous video, as I've learned a little bit more. But I found it interesting. Open-ended transformer. Basically works when you add a ground connection on the secondary side. Antenna, I guess we'll just call this the plate antenna, or whatever we want to call. And I can add on more LEDs, drawing or producing more output, but I'm not really drawing anything more from the load. And here you can see I'm still doing this kind of quarter harmonic pulse, running around the same frequency as it was before, and just this configuration where these are a little bit more separated, and at the kind of the ends of the L1 primary are matching the ends of the L2s. Seems to give me a little bit higher output. Now, people like circuits, um, but I can pretty much say this is about as much as I have going on right here. I have the L1. I call this function generator, but it's actually also the gate drivers in between. But it's the L1 and the capacitor. Here I have my two L2 coils. They are counter wound, so one is clockwise, the other one is counterclockwise now. I did rewind them. I have my ground shunt, is the 100 ohm resistor and the capacitor in parallel. And then this whole side right now, I don't have anything connected to it, so it's pretty much not even there. And basically on the output sides, it's antenna, open transformer, and then the load with the ground side connection. And here, these transformers I've wound. These ones are now center tapped, but pretty much the same thing going on. This one is just not center tapped. It's about kind of a 2-to-1 ratio. And again, this one's center tapped, but they're all producing pretty much the same thing at this point. So, very interesting effect. Just wanted to share that as an update. It was not a LC circuit. It's basically an antenna with an open-ended transformer connected to the load on the secondary. So, thanks for watching. I'm probably going to go back to the full Don Smith circuit where I'm trying to actually pump electrons from the ground into a capacitor. but I'll keep this one in mind for maybe connecting additional things or collecting additional energy later. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you soon.